Posidonia australis, the endangered seagrass in Sydney Harbour that's absolutely vital for a healthy and thriving marine ecosystem, which provides a home for the beautiful marine creatures that we love and rely on. Human influence in Sydney Harbour has significantly degraded seagrass meadows, causing a decline of 10% of seagrass bed area every year. Though Posidonia seagrass is an endangered species in Sydney Harbour, scientists at the Sydney Institute of Marine Science are hard at work doing the research and taking the action necessary to restore these meadows to their former glory. Let's hear from SIMS and their current work in marine restoration.
So the Sydney Institute of Marine Science was funded by the four major universities in Sydney. So we have the University of Technology Sydney, the University of Sydney, the University of New South Wales, and Macquarie University. And there was that massive need 20 years ago of a cross-collaboration institution where researchers from the four universities could come in and do research, do really impactful research. And that's how the Sydney Institute of Marine Science was born.
SIMS focuses on the restoration aspect of Project Posidonia within Project Restore, which has three main parts: the collection of fallen seagrass shoots, the husbandry and caring of shoots to ensure survival, and the planting of the shoots into environments with degraded Posidonia australis meadows. The collection of fallen seagrass relies on the work of citizen scientists. Operation Posidonia asks that beach wanderers keep an eye out for shoots of Posidonia that have distinctly a large rhizome, a thick woody brown structure at the base of the grass with healthy green leaves sprouting out of that rhizome. These so-called racks of Posidonia can then be dropped off at Balmore Baths or the Bundeena Ferry Wharf located in New South Wales. These seagrass fragments are collected by SIMS and brought back to the facility. It's here the seagrass is kept for 5 days in quarantine. The shoots are collected from different beaches and therefore could have organisms that are not familiar to the new environment that it'll be planted in. After quarantine, the seagrass shoots are planted in large seawater and sediment-filled baths, where the shoots are given the chance to settle down after the stressful event of being dislodged from their original habitat in the sea. The focus of this video being Operation Posidonia will now be able to get an explanation from a research assistant at SIMS, Tom, and he can help explain.
We're right on the base of Sydney Harbour, and this is a species of seagrass that we're working with called Posidonia australis, or strapweed, and it's one of the largest species of seagrass that's out there. It's found all throughout the southern coastline of Australia, so we get it from here and then all the way down to WA and around and up to places like Shark Bay on the other side.
A lot of thought and effort has and is still being put into the process, which begins with the actual collection of the seagrass to be replanted.
So basically the way that we need to restore Posidonia australis is to collect beach cast fragments. So we're going to take a walk along the beach here and look for what we call really healthy shoots that we can then replant at our restoration site. So yeah, we'll walk along this beach and then the beach over behind us there and basically collect the shoots that have been coming in across the bay and then take them back up to Sydney and plant them in our aquaria facility until they're ready to be replanted in the harbour.
So once it's been brought back here, we go through the quarantine process because this is the first time we've actually done an inter-estuary translocation of the species. It's quite important that we make sure that there are no potential nasties coming in from other waterways that we don't have in this one. So we do a 3-day quarantine process and a lot of freshwater rinses of the seagrass just to kill anything off that could be living on it. And then we come and plant it out in these tanks here. And the reason we do this is to give ourselves time to have enough seagrass to make it worthwhile going out and doing a collect. And it also lets the seagrass settle in a little bit into the sediment here after it's been washed up on the beach. Like, it's fairly traumatic, you know?
Lastly, the seagrass is ready to be planted. A team of scuba divers takes the Posidonia to Cobbler's Beach, where it's then staked and put into the seabed. The clean and refreshed Posidonia strands are done with their vacation and are ready to move into their permanent homes. The Posidonia shoots are brought out into the ocean where divers are able to replant it. Designated planting areas are marked out in 1 meter square regions where anywhere from 20 to 80 shoots of the Posidonia are planted. Each individual shoot is planted using a metal stake to grasp that woody rhizome of the plant and push it into the sandy seafloor. With the combined dedication of marine researchers, academic ecologists, and citizen scientists, action is already being taken. Project Restore's Posidonia project in particular relies heavily on locals to collect the Posidonia fragments and spread word of their work to obtain even more seagrass to be replanted. We had the opportunity to chat with citizen scientist Julie Keating, a local who dedicates her time to Sydney Harbour habitat maintenance and restoration.
How did you even originally become passionate about seagrass?
It's just the environment that we're living in. This is a really small estuary, but it's quite important, and it's just losing a lot of its natural features. So we're lucky we've got shorebirds that still nest here. We've got shorebirds that migrate here, and just seeing the damage that we're getting to the seagrass and then the pollution that washes down when we have the big storm events. So I'm just really passionate about this area and trying to protect it. The other thing is then when we...
You come out here and you deal with this every single day, it sounds like. How do you keep motivating yourself, even though it can be really hard when we're not seeing substantial improvements in the environment? How do you stay motivated there?
It's sort of like a meditation exercise pretty much each morning. Everybody likes to go for a bit of exercise.
Yeah.
So it's exercise, meditation and looking after the environment at the same time.
Wow.
These cooperative efforts have resulted in a direct action of seagrass restoration from Sims, with the replanted beds growing as I speak. In the next video, we look into the future of marine restoration and the interconnectedness of an ecosystem as a whole.